So you're wondering, should I visit Luxor in Egypt? Well, the simple answer is yeah. But I guess I should explain why. Luxor, a city that makes up part of the last period of the ancient Egyptians, the New Kingdom, is located in South Egypt alongside the River Nile and was once the ancient capital of Thebes, although not the ancient Greek one you're probably thinking of. Luxor is known as the largest open-air museum due to all the remains found here, including highlights such as Karnak Temple and the Valley of the Kings, home to the resting place of the famous Tutankhamun. We only stayed for a day, driving from our hotel in Hurghada, but there was so much to see it is definitely worth returning to. So journey with us on our discovery of this ancient world. Ugh. We started our tour at the incredible Karnak Temple, dating as far back as around the year 2055 BC. It was a religious site predominantly worshipping the pharaoh turned god Amun-Ra. I highly recommend going with an experienced guide, someone who knows the key points of interest and how to avoid the scams. We had the amazing Nana seen here, who we booked through Get Your Guide. I'll link the site below if you are interested in using it. The site spans 200 acres and its most impressive features are its 134 columns at the height of 88 feet. We were absolutely blown away by this and is one of the highlights of our entire trip of Egypt, so we recommend to not miss this out. Our next stop, or should I say transport, was the icon herself, the Nile. The only river in the world to flow north, the longest river in Africa, and the literal reason they were able to build the pyramids in Cairo. The trip would allow us to get to the west bank of the river to continue our journey to the Valley of the Kings. It was possible to drive across, but what better way to get to the destination than sail down the Nile on the roof of a motorboat?
Can't reach it. Can't get it.
It's called the largest open-air museum for a reason. We were told if you were to see everything, it would take you at least 4 days to view. Sadly, we had just the one, so the Valley of the Kings was our next stop. But we have so many reasons to return in the future. What is the first thing you think about when you think of ancient Egyptian history? Probably the pyramids. But next I would assume your mind would wander to hieroglyphics, mummies, and perhaps Tutankhamun. And this is one of the reasons you cannot miss out on visiting the Valley of the Kings. There are 63 tombs in total located in the valley, but only 8 are open to the public. A standard ticket will allow you to visit 3 tombs, and if you want to see any more, you have to pay extra. Tutankhamun is a separate ticket, but we'll get onto that later. Each tomb is adorned with hieroglyphics and depictions of the pharaohs and the journey to the afterlife. Each tomb was unique, the length and art depending on the pharaoh's length of reign, and each was beautiful. A little tip from me, maybe don't visit during the hottest month of the year, as despite being underground, it was like walking into an actual oven. It was still enjoyable nonetheless, but it did make it a little bit hard to bear. Now for Tutankhamun. Entry is not included in the main ticket, so it will cost you an extra 300 Egyptian pounds, but it's the only tomb with the mummy remaining where it was found. Despite being insignificant in his lifetime, he is famous for having the most well-preserved tomb ever discovered, untouched by those pesky grave robbers. But this treasure is no longer here. It's in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. We did, however, visit this, so do make sure you subscribe to see that in a later video. Next was the stunning tomb of Hatshepsut, the only female pharaoh to ever exist and an absolute boss. Although many tried to erase her existence, she has not been forgotten. She was a lover of architecture and art, and this is obvious from her tomb, which is carved into the back of the Valley of the Kings. This structure is so impressive, yet again another reason to visit Luxor. Our final stop were the 2 imposing statues of the pharaoh Amenhotep. These have been drawing in tourists as far back as the ancient Greeks and Romans, and with their dominating height of 21 metres, it's clear to see why. And that sadly brings us to the end of this tour. I hope you've enjoyed the video and that you've been convinced to some extent to visit the incredible Luxor. If you did enjoy, please do give it a like, and if you'd like to stick around for our next adventure, please do subscribe to join us in the incredible Cairo.